No matter where you are, either being a teacher, a traveler, a businessman or businesswoman, you might think of having an account in that country. Today, let's talk about opening a bank account in China, the requirements, how to open it, how long it lasts, and how you can use it either to send money international and locally. Today is your first time here. My name is Jeffrey. I'm the founder of Travel with Jeffrey. On this channel, I try to educate all my friends and my followers about where to travel to, what to do, which country is best, where to go and work. Please kindly do me a favor and subscribe to this channel, like this video, and click on the notification button. And don't forget to comment below. As I said earlier, today let's talk about opening a Chinese bank account. As you can see here, I have almost more than 4 Chinese bank accounts, but I have here 4 with me. One of the good things about Chinese bank account is that if you have an account and their card, MasterCard or their Visa card, it almost lasts for 10 years. Sometimes some of them even last for 20 years. Sometimes some of the banks are even for everlasting. The only thing you need is your documents to go and update it. So let's talk about the process. Who are those who can open a Chinese bank account? For those who are students in China, those who are working in China, and those who are having a business in China. Most of the times, it's very hard for visitors to open a bank account. So for it to be possible for a visitor to open a bank account in China, probably the visitor must have either a business in China or maybe married in China or something like that. But for those who are working in China and studying in China and having a company, it's easy for them to open a bank account. What are the documents you will need to open a bank account? If you are a student, mostly you will have your admission letter before you come to China, right? So the admission letter you had from the school to come to China, you will need that admission letter. And when you come to China, you have to go to the immigration to do your resident permit. So you need your admission letter, your resident permit, and your passport to open a Chinese bank account. And you can open any bank account you want to open. There is no restriction, but the only problem is that most of the times, if you are in the rural areas, some of them, what do you call it, the banks, they don't know how to open it for a foreigner. That might be the only problem, So that is for students. And for business owners, if you have a business in China, to open a bank account is also very easy. You need your business license, your bank account, your passport. Then you go to the bank and open a bank account. And you also have to have a resident permit, so working visa for that business. And then you take it to the bank you want to open the account. Then you go and open it. It's also not difficult unless, as I said earlier, it's in the rural area and they don't know how to process it for a foreigner. So probably to make it easy, you have to go to one of the best banks they have in China, which is Bank of China. They have this one, and they have this one, China Construction Bank. These 2 banks are quietly popular, and mostly they have idea on how to open it for a foreigner. So if you find it troublesome, please go to these 2 banks, China Construction Bank and Bank of China. It will be easy for them to open it for you. Okay, so now let's move on to being a worker in China, teacher, whatever, working in China. Okay, so if you're working in China, most of the times when you go, they might ask for your contract. That is why I said signing a contract is very important in China. So if you haven't checked about the contract issue, the things to expect in the contract, please kindly and check out my ESL contracts in China. If you're not even a teacher and whatever you are doing in China, you might need a contract. Even working in your own company, sometimes you have to provide a contract for yourself and take it to the immigration for them to do your visa for you. So for the workers, to open a bank account, you need your contract from the school or your boss or where the company you are going to work for. And when you have your contract from them, you need your resident permit. The visa, you do it at the immigration. Then you need your passport to go to the bank. Then when you go, they will open a bank account for you. So the question is, how many bank accounts can you open? If you are a worker and a student, a business owner, you can open as many as you want, So I have a lot of them. I don't have some of them even here, as I said. You can open either 10 banks account or whatever you want to open is okay. There is no limit for that. And as I said earlier, sometimes the card we have it here, it's Union Pay, right? This card sometimes lasts more than 10 years, 10 years. So after 10 years, what they want you to do is just go to the bank and let them, update your system for you, update your documents in the bank. Because I remember I opened one bank around 2016, and my passport that time was valid for 5 years. So after that, they will send you a message, okay, if you're in China, take your passport and go to the bank. If you have changed your passport, for them to just update the system for you. So it's not difficult at all. You can open it. Okay, so now let's talk about what you can use your bank account for and your card. In China here, mostly they have debit card, and the debit card is Union Pay, so they have Union Pay symbol here. So this is the Union Pay we use. So this one, you can link it to your WeChat, your Alipay. If you want to send money home, mostly when you go to Bank of China, you can either make it like Western Union. But most of us here, we have like a lot of people back home who are doing business. So if you are from South Africa, or if you are from Nigeria, or you are from Ghana, there are a lot of people who are doing business, So most people having like maybe the local money might also want to send money to China, and they might want to swap with you, to exchange it. So you give them here, then they give you money back home. But if you are not being lucky and you don't know anyone like that, you can go to Western Union, MoneyGram, any method you want to use it to send money back home. Mostly either Bank of China or China Construction Bank. These two banks are most of the popular ones you can use to send money back home. Other than that, you can use like online transaction like PayPal, wise.com, to transfer money back home. These are all possible for you to send money back home, and it's easy to receive money back home. So if you have a bank account here, all that you need is just give them the details, and then they will send money from back home to your bank account. So this is what we do, and we have been doing that for such a long time. But opening bank account in China is not difficult at all. It's not difficult at all. So when you're in China, you can do it. If you're not in China, probably it's gonna be difficult to open it. I don't have a lot of idea about that, but I will ask some people I know in the local banks and see if it's possible for those who are not in China to open a bank account. Okay, so that is all for today. If today is your first time here, please don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Don't forget to like this video, and don't forget to comment below. I really appreciate your time and everything. If you are coming to China and you think going to open a bank account is going to be difficult for you, or there is something I didn't answer in this video, you can comment below and I can do my best to explain it for you in the comment section. Thank you for your time and everything. Bye bye. Xie xie. Ciao ciao. See you next time. Bye bye.